If the US-Iran conflict escalates, do the UK actually have a choice to enter in it?
Can UK enter the war? Yes. Name me a great leader, a president that you want to be like.
Okay, from our country, APJ Abdul Kalam.
There you go. You see how different it was for you to answer that question? How can I know maths better than English people who created maths? If all of UK said tomorrow, 60% tax, we all have to pay it. You have no choice. But Donald Trump, honestly, the biggest idiot in the world, but very smart. What he's doing is using social media.
So moving to a new country is not just a choice. It changes your whole life.
English people like money. Money talks.
What do you think is life is?
Life is whatever you make it, basically. Whatever God gave you, if He gave you hands, use them. If He gave you brain, use them. Whenever you do whatever to your best, somebody somewhere will see it. And somebody somewhere will open doors for you. And don't be Donald Trump.
Hi Kofi, welcome to Beat Brains. And I just want to ask you the first question is what it is like. We all know there is a tensions between US and Iran.
Right now?
Yeah, right now. But people here in UK are struggling with the consequences. You know, right? With higher prices, fuel prices, and uncertainty, and many more changes and charges.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So my question is, if the US-Iran conflict escalates, do the UK actually have a choice to enter in it, or you think it's already entered the war?
So you have to break your question into different sections. Has UK entered the war? No. Can UK enter the war? Yes. So your question is, there's war in Iran started by America. America is inviting UK to come and join. UK said, no, we're not joining the war. We're going to help you to protect our certain regions that we have, but we're not going to join the war against Iran. And then America is saying, America is crazy. So we don't want President Donald Trump. He's not correct. So he's saying, you're not supporting us. You're not allied, blah, blah, blah. The war is insane. UK knows better not to join that war. Because why would you join a war it's killing babies? Why would the UK kill babies? Right? That's the first question. But if it gets worse, I never realized how important oil was until this war. Right now, I'm looking at Nigeria, Senegal, Iran, Venezuela, right? I'm looking at all the big oil places and I'm thinking, if this was UK who had the oil, if UK was Iran, and oil became like lucrative, like very expensive because nobody's crossing that channel, what would the UK do? They will inflate their prices.
Exactly.
They will monetize. They'll think, hold on, people need oil. America needs oil. I'm going to charge more. The FTSE 100 will go up.
Let's have oil, but themselves.
Exactly. Yeah. But the point I'm making is that all the African countries like Nigeria, Nigeria has one of the big oil reserves. Senegal found oil recently. Yeah. Iran is being bullied to give up their oil. But none of them are using their economic brain to think, hold on, we are in a position of power. Even though we're trying to become more electric society, using less oil, even though we're trying to use the sun and solar panel, oil is like gold. Oil is needed for even the going to the moon recently. They needed oil. Crude oil is needed for like the ships. Oil is needed for places like Ireland. Some parts of Ireland still use natural oils to light up their houses and stuff. Oil is needed for car, fuel. If you don't have oil, you can't even move the ships that brings food. So it's like, oil is powerful. Would UK join the war? UK would be stupid to join the war.
It never joined, you think?
I don't think it should, because it's a stupid war. If UK joins the war and America loses, right? Because Iran is quite strong in the fact that they're blocking one of the main channels, right? UK will lose an ally. Iran already, from what I can see, and this is conspiracy, right? Iran is already getting favor from China. Germany and Russia are trying to support Iran as well.
From India?
Yes. The Indian channel countries are supporting Iran as well. The reason why they're doing that, because they can see that the war is nonsense. The war is being used as a smoke screen to control oil. And why oil? Because oil is power. And what does America want? Power. Right? Why does America not bomb China? I throw that question. It's a redundant question because China has nuclear weapons. Why are you not attacking China? They're not, because they can bully Iran. Yeah, because of oil. There you go. So to answer your question, I would hope UK does not join the war if it gets worse. I would also hope the UK sees the benefits of staying out of the war and trying to help dissolve the war for the benefit of the world. But if UK is supposed to join Donald Trump in doing what Donald Trump is doing and it fails, I think UK will lose a lot of allies. UK will lose China, Russia, Germany, yeah? A lot of countries will step away from supporting UK, and UK cannot afford that. Do you understand? UK being we're a little island. And one thing that I don't understand is UK, through slavery, was able to colonize parts of Africa, India, yeah, Middle America. They went to Australia. They've got Commonwealth countries all over South of America, yeah, from Guyana to Trinidad to Jamaica. They've got places that they call their houses, not theirs, but they put flags there to say this is British islands, right?
Yeah.
But those countries all pay homage to the crown, to the queen. And if UK loses those countries, it's like leaving EU. Already UK is suffering for leaving EU. Now, if UK loses Commonwealth countries, UK is a small island in a big world. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it'd be stupid to join a war by America, which has no benefit to UK.
So what do you think? You want to join with Iran?
For me, to be smart, it depends if you're playing a political game. If you want to join any party, you just stay impartial. If two people are fighting, you just have to be neutral and try and dissolve it. If you join Iran, UK will lose ally with America because America's gone full circle. America started a war. They have to commit. They can't pull back. You understand? They have to show, why did we kill 80 students? Why did we kill all those people from the school? Why are we making people homeless in Iran? Why are we attacking and bombing? Why are we joining Israel? Why are we joining Israel? What is the reason? America said there is nuclear weapons in Iran. Have you seen nuclear weapons? Yeah. You seen them?
I know.
No, did you see them?
No, I did not.
Did Donald Trump show you?
No.
Did you see them though? So if I told you there's a bomb in your house and I didn't show you but I came and arrested you, is that fair? It don't make sense.
No.
Right?
It doesn't make any sense.
So I didn't see them.
Yeah.
So there's no evidence of nuclear weapons. There may be nuclear weapons, but there's no evidence. But you're killing people.
They're just claiming that they have.
You're going on an assumption.
Okay.
But the law says you cannot kill people on assumption. If I assume you're a murderer and I don't have evidence to support it, is it fair if I kill you? No. Do you understand what I mean? And to make it worse, we have to be fair and impartial. If you said Iran has got nuclear weapons, which you have not shown the world, but you're saying China's got nuclear weapons, but you've not touched them, what's the difference between Iran and China?
No, it's
What's the difference between USSR, Russia, and Iran? Are they not human? Do they have nuclear weapons? Yes, they have, right? So Russia has nuclear weapons, China has nuclear weapons, America has nuclear weapons, UK has nuclear weapons, and Iran has nuclear weapons. But why are you telling Iran not to have nuclear weapons when everybody else has nuclear weapons? But the world is not asking these questions. Nobody. So the question you need to be asking is, why is nobody challenging USA and Israel for attacking an innocent country? Why is our global world watching?
okay. What's your answer for that?
I don't have an answer, but that's a question I want to ask.
You want me to ask?
Why? Because think, if you go to school and there's a big bully, right? There's two bullies. They're bullying a guy from Pakistan or do you know what I mean, from Middle Asia, right? Two white boys. And nobody asked them, why are you bullying? You will ask a question, you'll be like, why are you bullying? What is the reason, right? But the whole school is watching the two white boys bully this Asian boy for no reason. And nobody's saying anything. But rather than go and tell the two white boys, hey, what you're doing is wrong, the whole school is saying, you know what, Asian, don't worry. You just, don't get upset. It's okay. Yeah? You're throwing your arms. You're hurting people. You've bombed Dubai. You bombed Abu Dhabi. You're hurting people. It's okay, Asian boy.
Is it okay for you to hurt people?
Yes.
Like in the war, yes?
No, it's not. But that's the message that the world is given. The whole world That includes Africa, North America, Middle America, South America, Asia, yeah, South Asia, Australia. The whole world is watching America bully Iran, and nobody's saying anything.
Okay. That's fact.
Yeah,
Not a lie. That's true.
yeah, but you have to ask yourself, why is everybody okay? Because America,
It's okay. Just there's a Trump decision going on in the US. So no one.
but it's affecting everybody.
You're the president of your home. So if I tell you something, you won't listen. You'll do whatever you want in your home. Because your home,
Yeah,
your home is in your hands.
but the problem is, it's in my house. But when I come to your house,
Yeah, you have to be cool. It's my decision.
exactly.
You have to listen to me. If you come to my house.
But Donald Trump is not doing that. Donald Trump is going to Venezuela and kidnapping the president of Venezuela and taking the person to New York to go and do court. Donald Trump is going to Iran to kill one of the leaders of a party to say that he's going to bring union in the country. He's not. Then he wants to kill the president of that country. Nobody's saying anything. He's not doing it in his country. He's doing it in other people's country. Is he going to come to England next?
Problem is he's doing in other countries other than his country.
Exactly. He's going to come to England next and say...
What do you think he's doing in other countries?
Because nobody's telling him not to.
Everybody is telling. The world is telling
Who?
him to stop.
Yeah, but who in the world told me? Tell me. Name one country.
These people.
Yeah, but is he listening to the people? Do the people have a voice?
But he won't listen, but everybody is telling to stop him.
Yeah, but do the people have voice? Me and you are people. If you went to tell Donald Trump on Twitter, if you go to X and said to Donald Trump, can you stop the war? Do you think he will listen to you? No. Why?
Everybody listens to him.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's
But-
no
but-
problem with him. But what's your theory about him?
My point is this. We as people, we vote for leadership. Here we've got people in Prime Minister. We've got the Crown. In Australia, they've got presidents. In all of Africa, every African country has a president, right? We have the European Union. We have the Commonwealth. We've got a lot of big nations that can speak up to America. They are leaders. They should have voice. They're not using their voice. This is the question you have to ask them. I don't get paid enough to answer that question. You see? I don't have... if I answer you, I'll be lying. I don't know. There must be a bigger reason why nobody wants to say anything to
Way beyond.
It's not the war. Donald Trump said the war is about nuclear weapons. It's not. We know it's about oil and power. Yeah? What's one thing that the West is afraid of? The West is always afraid of losing power. What is power to the West, right? Power is money, position, yeah, and control. How did they get power? They started with slavery. Yeah? With slavery, they took over.
Okay, normally power is started by slavery, or they started with slavery.
They started with slavery.
They started with slavery.
Yeah. With slavery, you take people, when you enslave somebody in their house, you take over their gold. I don't know what they took in Pakistan. In every country, they took something, right? And then made themselves powerful. Then they created what we call, a promissory note. A promissory note is the money, right? The European Bank, the World Bank, it's not a real bank. It's an invisible bank. They created money and said that everything has to go through money. So now they create crypto, yeah? Binance. They create things that will make them powerful. Now, in controlling the economy, you have power over the world, yeah? Controlling minerals like gold, oil, produce, you control the world. That's power. And that's how the West includes America, Europe, they control the world.
Mainly don't want to lose in the wars and they don't want to lose in the civilization.
They don't want to lose. Do you know why? If you look at all the big Western countries like UK, if you build a house here, it's like a box, it's very small, right? If you go to Pakistan or you go to Africa, there's loads of land, There's loads of green land, which is not being overpopulated. In Africa and Pakistan, there's raw materials like oil, gold, fruit, everything is fresh, right? In UK, they have to import everything. In America, they import everything. You know why? They're overpopulated. Yeah? They use slavery to populate their countries to make money. Now, they don't have space. What are they trying to do? They're trying to now monopolize in other countries. What they're doing is that they're taking power.
The country?
Yes. so that they can have control of those countries.
Finish for themselves and they want to take the other countries.
If you live in your house and your house is populated with too many kids, you want to go in someone else's house and go and
I want to send something to the
yeah, you want to share, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what's happening. Because if you look at the resources that America is losing, America has used so much resources that it needs. America is one of the most abusive of resources in the world. Look how big America is, right?
Why do you think that?
Because they live in a fast pace.
It's also a highly populated country.
It's not just highly populated. They want to be on top, so they want everything quick. You know, they have cars that use a lot of, do you know what I mean, minerals and resources. They build houses quickly. You know, they have like natural disasters, but they're building houses quickly. They want to be the best. Do you know what I mean? So they use all their resources, and when it runs out, what do? They come to Pakistan, they come to Ghana, they come to other places to get food. Americans consume a lot of food, right? To the point that they don't have natural foods. So all their fruits, everything is imported from other countries to come into America. How much food do you guys import in your country?
From my country?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. How much does England give you food-wise, fresh fruits? Nothing. You don't need fresh fruits from them because you got fresh fruit. Do you get my
We
point?
just want what we eat.
Yeah.
We just don't we don't need that some others food.
So
Whatever everyone says, we only eat Indian food.
exactly.
They're just habituated to that.
So the point is, they need you more than you need them. But think about the reverse psychology. Why does the West have more power over your country? It's slavery. It's mental slavery. And Iran is doing something that all the other countries should do. Iran is saying, no, I don't want to do what you're telling me. I don't believe.
Right now, the democracy has changed, the civilization has changed. That's the reason they are not. But the UK has taken India long back away, and before 100 years. So there is no civilization, there is no democracy, there is no people, population over. At that time, that's the reason they took us from our country, from our hands. But now, even we are not let it go. When we have nuclear weapons, we can fight like Iran. We are never accepting the failure. We can even fight with them, whoever in this world even. So that is the reason they are not accepting. That's not, if it happens before 100 years, 100% they used to accept that war, and they are going to fail in the war. Yeah, that's my point. What's your point?
My point is now people with AI, with intelligence, all the third world countries like India, Africa, Middle Asia, everybody's waking up. Everybody's realizing, hold on, we can stand on our own feet. Because before, everybody had to learn English because English was, if you didn't,
Yeah.
it's like English was money. If you don't have English, you can't do any business, right? But China has broken in China, you have to speak Chinese.
Only Chinese, yeah.
Yeah, you have to use Chinese money. You have to do as they do, yeah? You showed an example of freedom, right? Yeah. Independence. Some African countries try to unite Africa and do things their way, right? But the West didn't want that. You know why? Because they don't want a united Africa. If they get united Africa, it means that the pound will lose its strength. If people started being on par with the pound, and the pound loses its strength more than the dollar, and more than cities or whatever you use in India, then UK is in trouble. Because UK is a small island,
Yeah.
right? But the only power it has is the pound. Is that invisible money that it created. Is that World Bank. Is that whole illusion of we are rich. You owe us money. Because during slavery, even after slavery was finished, when they abolished slavery in Pakistan or India or wherever, they still said you owe money. You still owe us a debt. Right? There's African countries that are still paying debts now for slavery. That's imprisonment. Because slavery happened before we were born. It has nothing to do with us. But why are we paying back money? Do you understand what I mean? So I think what's happened now is India's waking up. India's saying, I'm going to educate my kids. They're all going to be doctors. They're going to stay in India. We're going to get our own nuclear weapons. Iran is saying, no, I want to control my own state. You can't come and tell me how to run my own state. I'm going to get my own nuclear weapons. I'm going to run my own country the way I want to. I don't want to live by English law or American law. And that's making them uncomfortable.
But the Iran land was given by Israel, right?
Yes.
What do you think about that?
That is something I won't go into. What do you think about that? Because that we're going into too much politics. Because
It's going to be controversial.
yeah, no, but I want to hear your point first.
I'm not telling you what it is.
No, but just in general. Okay, well, give me the history.
It's wrong or right, but I don't know completely. But I'm not going to answer.
No, but what's
I just want to let know myself that your answer. I'm not going to answer.
no? That's fine. That's fine. But before then, I just teach me because I don't know the full history of
I even don't know the full history.
Okay. Because all I know is that there has been a long-standing war between Israel and Iran. Yeah, like a political war, a religious war, and a lot of it has to do with like money, colonization, and all that stuff.
People will enter into your house and you accept to enter them into your house.
If they live by my rules, yes.
Exactly. So same like that, Iran also entered the Israel land. Israel accepted to stay them in one place like Iran. Israel given some place to Iran. But right now what happening is, I give you something. If you fight back with me, I want to take from you 100%. Whatever I
You give him, yeah.
That's the only thing what they're doing right now. It's stupidity, right?
It is stupid.
Yeah, giving someone to something and taking it back, it's not good.
It's not good. And also, if you think about,
Killing childhood,
it's not good.
insanity.
Yeah.
Never imagining about that.
If
People is not good.
it's not good, especially when you're killing kids, because if you look back, they said Hitler was killing people. If you look at Idi Amin killing people, if you look at all the historical presidents who were killing mass genocide, yeah, they said that people were not good. What's the difference between them and what Donald Trump is doing now? What's the difference between them and what Israel is doing now? Israel bombed the school and there was over 100 and something kids there. They all died.
They are dead.
That's genocide.
They literally killed 33,000 of childhood
Exactly.
below age of 12 to 12.
Yes.
See 33,000 childhood children in the Iran.
But how come nobody is holding them to what Hitler did? Because what Hitler did and they did is the same thing.
It's the same.
It's the same thing. But this is my point. Why is the world watching and seeing a
What you
repetition?
want them to do?
Well,
Same like you said me.
so for example, the Jewish were being killed by Hitler, right? And everybody stood up and said, well, we're going to start a war because that's not fair. There was an uproar, right? Slavery was bad, so there was slavery abolition. It got abolished. People rise up, it got abolished. What else? In India or Pakistan, where there was slavery there as well. It got abolished. So different areas of the world have suffered some sort of like political persecution or enslavement. But the world stood up and it stopped. Why can't you do that now? If something is wrong, the whole world stands up. When George Floyd died, when those police officers, the whole world went crazy. Yeah? There was people doing riots, people were doing crusades, right? Why can't you do that now?
Can't stop no one.
It's not about stopping. It's if you poke with one finger, someone can bend your finger. But if you punch with a fist, the whole world stand and be like, Donald Trump, what you're doing, it's going to be harder to stop a fist. Do you understand my point? But he has to.
He has to.
Who put Donald Trump in power? People.
People, yeah, but he never.
He's got one more term to go because people put him there. But it's not about him never. Like with leadership is great responsibility. Leadership is not something that you command. Like if I make you my leader, I chose you to be my leader. I put you there, I can bring you down. People lift leaders. Leadership is not a dictatorship. It's just not control. It's not narcissism. Any leader that forces himself to be a leader will fall hard. But any leader, like I can give you good leaders, like Nelson Mandela, the people raised him, right? When he fell, they still raised him. Somebody like even Obama, maybe they're not a big example, but Obama, people raised him, they still respect him. Yeah. If you look at, give me some leaders from your area, from India. Just give me big names like
APJ Abdul
Kalam, or even Prophet Muhammad. Yeah, leadership, right? Even Jesus, leadership. People raised him, and people. So the point I'm making here is when humanity raise a leader,
Prophet Muhammad is leader.
is a leader. Leadership is
How do you think he is a leader?
leadership is somebody who leaves a legacy.
Leads a legacy.
Yeah, So leadership is your ability to live your life.
The people who are Muslims think that he's type of God.
It could be a holy. It could be a holy martyr. Regardless, I don't know religion.
I think he's sort of God.
But
He's God.
yeah, even if he's God, he's still a leader.
Okay.
A leader is somebody who sets an example that people want to follow. Do you understand what I mean? If you look at the world today, look at all the presidents. Name me one president that you think I want to be like him. Today. Don't say Donald Trump because he swears. He swears on TV. You know what I mean? So he's...
You know, there will be one president in Africa. I don't know his name, but Ibrahim Macau. His name.
Name me a great leader, yeah, a president that you want to be like. Any president, any country.
Okay. From our country, APJ Abdul Kalam.
There you go. You see how different it was for you to answer that question? Because today, there is not a good example of leadership. You understand what I mean? If you ask me today...
From long time.
Exactly.
There's no one really.
So this is where the world is screaming for. You said, what can the world do? The world can create or raise better leadership. Because if you go back in time, you can see people like even Muhammad Ali, leadership, Nelson Mandela, Abdul, yeah? You can see big people who made a difference in life, you know? They lived a life in a certain way that people were like humbled. They brought people together. They brought peace, leadership, right? Today, you can't name one of them. Everything is about politics, greed, killing, and power. That's not leadership.
The most of them is not, but the passing anyway is completely disaster.
Yes.
So you and me are politicians. I'm talking about you. You are talking about me. It's the only thing running in the politics.
That's it.
No development. Nothing else.
No leadership.
Yeah. Just mocking you. You're mocking me.
That's it.
That's it.
That's not leadership.
That's not leadership. That's just like it's sort of winning.
It's chess.
It's just like,
Yeah. They're playing a game. It's chess. You know, I bomb you, you bomb me. I kill your kids, you kill mine.
Whoever scored so much, they're gonna win in this.
There you go.
And also, I never really understand this clearly. How much power does UK Home Office have over someone's life today in UK?
When you say how much power, in what way? As in their political push?
No. In someone's life, someone's daily life, how much power UK Home Office have over people?
Depend on how they live in this country. So to say someone from India come in here,
Not from India.
just in general,
Just immigrant.
immigration, how they treat immigrants. I think they have a lot of power because they control, you know what I mean, the traffic, you know. UK Home Office have loads of different methods of controlling immigration flow. It's one of the biggest problems they have. The reason, I don't know all the information, but the reason is a lot of people accuse the Home Office for not doing their job because they allow too many immigrants into the country, right? That's one of the, and why is that a problem? It's a problem because immigration is paid by UK taxes. Now, you have to do more research to find out how much. UK taxes are paid by UK individuals, hardworking UK individuals who rely on taxes for support of things like building roads, hospitals, things like credit, universal credits, you know, support for the UK citizens. But an immigrant has not paid those taxes, but they benefit from them. How do they benefit, you ask? When immigration it becomes overpopulated, the UK government get immigrants into hotels. They pay for their food, right? They pay for their asylum, right? In some cases, when there's children involved, a lot of, do you know what I mean, safeguarding is happening for children. So all of that takes a lot of money. It's eating away the UK economy, right? Because UK has human rights. They say Article 8, yeah, Article 3, right of, do you know what I mean? Right to, so these rights protect immigration. It's their own laws are allowing immigrants to come into the country. And now they're struggling financially. But there's also another side to the argument. UK is an immigrant state. UK was built by the Vikings. They came from a different country. UK was, even though the Queen, the Crown, they're all from different parts of the, do you know what I mean, the Europe that makes up the Crown. They're not of original Anglo-Saxon blood, right? It was through the wars. It's through like Scottish and England fighting.
King and Queen is not from this country.
They're not from this country.
They're from other countries.
They're all from other countries.
Make it wider.
Yeah. So people do your research. Obviously, don't take my word for it. If you do your research, you realize that there is no such thing as, do you know what I mean, a non-immigrant in UK, because UK is built up of immigration. You know, if you look at the Windrush, they brought a lot of Caribbeans. There was one time they brought a lot of Indians to come and be, do you know what I mean, doctors, nurses, you know, to train them. When they went through the Second World War, they lost a lot of people. So they had to help build the infrastructure. They had to bring people in. Even now, parts of India, Thailand, nurses are recruited to come and work in the NHS because there's lack of NHS nurses, right?
As we tell that hospitality, right? So this is the main question to know about from long time. I just want to know this question from long time. What if someone cannot use the NHS easily because of their immigration status? Like you get the instant pain of something, but you don't have the immigration status. Does the UK still provide treatment for people
It should.
who are in real pain? What do you think?
It should.
I didn't know.
They should.
They should, but what do you think?
I think they do and they should. It depends what kind of information you have, right? So if you're an immigrant in this country and you're arrested and you're in pain, for example, you have no right to be in this country. There's two things that will happen. It will go from an immigration case and become a criminal case, right?
Because you are in the pain. You got accident, you are bleeding the slate in front of everyone.
Before we get to the pain, remember you're not a UK citizen, right? You don't have right to remain in this country, right? But you are in pain and you're an immigrant, right? So two things will happen. Once you're established as an immigrant, you've overstayed. You need to go back to your country, right? So the repatriation, they want to send you back. As they're doing that, you're in pain, right? UK is governed by the Articles of 8 and 3 of human rights. Human rights says that they have to, do you know what I mean, rights to human life. So they have to treat you first. So if you have the right support, if you have the right intelligent people around you, you should get some treatment. They shouldn't let you bleed and put you on the plane. That shouldn't happen, you know? They should treat you. Once you're fit, they can send you back because you're an illegal immigrant. If you overstayed, you sat on the back of a train, a bus, or whatever, you came here illegally.
They'll treat you the treatment. They'll give you the treatment and they'll send you back.
They have to treat you to the best of their ability.
What if they don't treat you because of your immigration status? That is wrong.
It is wrong, and it should be a breach of their law because that's their laws. And I'll get you to Google this. They have like human right laws that says you should be treated. You know, they should not deny you treatment. So that is wrong. If anybody says that to you, I would want to check. I'll go AI. I'll go and check Google bots, and I'll go and check. And this should treat you.
What about immigration? I don't ever seen much happiness or strong family connection in the UK. And the most of the people, happiness is rare. So I'm trying to understand what is really happening here. How did it become like this?
What in
Family connection
within immigrants?
within immigrants. You know, I see everybody, but I never seen happiness in their face. Everybody is struggling to survive, not to become something bigger or extreme, just to survive. They go every day to work and come back just to live a normal life, not even the happy life. And
So you have to answer that question in two parts. Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking wrong or right. It is, but I just want to know what's going deeper behind it.
Behind why people are not happy.
Yeah,
So it starts from you came to this country, right? Why did you come here?
study master.
Why did you think studying masters here is better?
So it's not about better because India. If I study in India, so that master certificate is not going to work out in London.
Perfect. So you've answered my question. Yeah. So you came here because UK's studies of a master's holds more superiority over India in the world. Yeah. So a lot of people come to this country because of that superiority. If you studied in UK, you can use that study in a lot of countries. You can study a master's in UK and go to India. People will give you a job. They'll give you a job in China. They might even give you a job in America, right? Even now, some parts of America, they don't let you unless you go and study. The point is, UK's educational system is so established, it is known worldwide. That gives them power. So a lot of people come here to get a better life, right? But what are you met with when you get here? You come here and you realize it's not a better life. It's the same but expensive.
In studies, it's okay.
No, it's not. And I'll explain to you why.
Educational system, it's okay.
I'll explain to you why. I disagree.
You disagree?
I disagree. I'll explain something. When you were in India, when you're studying the core subjects like maths, yeah, 1 + 1 is 2, science, yeah, that's chemistry, biology, or physics, right? The basic core subjects that are universal. I guarantee you were doing better in India than you do here. And I explain why. When I first came to this country, I used to put my hand up before I answer a question to teacher because I had respect, right? When the teacher asked me about maths questions, I'll answer maths questions like 1 + 1 is 2. I used to recite my mathematics very quickly. Science was very good as well. But then I got to a certain stage in school where I was too geeky, if you want to say geeky, or you know too much, yeah? And then the white kids would be like, why are you your teacher's pet, you know? So it wasn't cool. So I started to not be cool. I wanted to be cool. So you have to play down your intelligence, right? Then I realized very quickly, aside from English, when it came to physics, maths, yeah, and science, I was better than the English kids from back home, which was
In other language.
yeah,
Okay.
which was crazy to me because how can I know maths better than English people who created maths? That's because the English system is more relaxed when it comes to it's not as strict as you think it is. It just has more weight. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like speaking English. When you give me medicine in Indian language, it's the same medicine. Just that when I give it to you in English, you think it's better because it's in English. It's universally understood. But it's the same medicine, right? If you give me money, yeah, in India, it's still money, right? They still buy the same fruits. Mango is mango, right? Why is mango in India cheaper than mango in UK? It's the same mango, right?
We grow naturally. It's hybrid.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It's the same thing with education. It's the same thing with a house. Why can't I buy 2-story, 3-story bedroom house?
Like it's a fate already written. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the point I'm making is that the reason why the West is so successful, England is successful, is because branding. They brand things better. Everything in India is cheaper because it's Indian. Everything in England is better because it's UK. It has gold stamp, right? Education is better in UK because you're studying in Oxford, Cambridge. You know, oh my God, you passed in Cambridge. You must be very smart. Not really. Do you understand? It's branding. So let me answer your question now. With that branding, it rushes people to bring their kids here. People want to bring their kids to England. People want to come and live in England, you know? But the scam is this. When you live in England, all the prices are higher. So people come here and they have to fight to keep up the lifestyle here. Because the lifestyle here is more expensive. It does. No, one person cannot pay the bills. My friend in America said to me the other day. He said, "Why don't everybody have their own homes? America, everybody has their own homes. You know, you can rent a cheaper flats. You know, in India, you can get your own apartments if you make good money." And I said to her, "Come to London. You have to have a flatmate." She was like, "Why do you have a flatmate? You don't have the freedom." I said, "In London, what you pay for renting a flat, 1 bedroom flat, will be the same as having a whole house in India."
Yeah.
But she said, hold on, but this place is so small. Everybody's house is small. The roads are small. Do you know? Why do people want to stay there? I had to explain to her. Because the salary in London is higher. So people want to come here to make the money, to get the knowledge, to get that certificate to say they went to London to study, you know? Yeah, and then they run away. Because they know anywhere in the world, if you said I studied in London, I'll get a job, you know? So people suffer here to live a lifestyle for a better future. But they get stuck because they get stuck with the fees, they get stuck with the taxes, they get stuck with the houses.
Going same way.
Exactly. Even the education. How much does it cost us? A foreign student paying.
Compared to my university is like 20,000 pounds. I paid 20,000 pounds. At my hometown, it's gonna be like 25 lakhs
Uh-huh.
in our.
Uh-huh.
So I paid that amount and I came here. I don't know how much the tax is, but the entire amount is like 20,000 pounds I have paid to the
Just to come and study.
just to study the masters for 1 year.
1 year.
Even 2 years. Just 1 year, every week, just one day university,
Uh-huh.
like for 2 3 months. In 12 months, there will be no university for 4 5 months. Straight 4 5 months. For 7 months, there will be 1 day, 2 days the university. For that, they'll not provide me to study. They'll not tell me to study, or they'll not tell me to attend the class. If I attend,
Which is new. If you don't attend, you get zero.
yeah,
In India, they will tell you to come to class at a certain time.
our parents.
Thank you. You see the difference? Do you see? You're paying more money for freedom. They tell you, do whatever you want. If you don't pass, we'll still give you zero.
I disagree because you are an adult. You should have some responsibility.
But it's a balance, though. There's a freedom of responsibility and there's accountability. Do you understand what I mean? If you give somebody who's trying to be something, a student, too much freedom, they will do what they want, right? But if you hold them accountable and say, look, today I expected you to do this. Have you done it? I'm checking in. But UK, they don't do that. Pay 20,000 for a master's for 1 year. I'm not going to force you. If it's self-study, self-motivation, accountability, right? Good. But if I don't do it, zero. That's £20,000. You know how much £20,000 can do in India?
We can start a bigger business.
But you understand the point? And that's how they monopolize the system. Education, business. Medicine, business. Pharmacy, business. Hospitals, business.
Hospitality is not good more than India.
It's not even that. I'm just trying to get you to understand the business.
The business over taxes and everything,
Everything.
they're affecting people with this type of things.
Yeah. For example, I'll tell you, come and take a student loan for £20,000. You think I'm doing you a favor, right? Yeah. I know you don't work. Yeah. I know when you don't work. I know when you finish, you're not going to be able to pay it. What do? I put taxes on top. I put a higher interest on top. How long is it going to take you to pay £20,000? Something that will take you maybe 10 years, now it's going to take
If
you...
I was like same like this, it's gonna take like 10 years.
Thank you. So...
In only UK. If I go some other country, I can make it in 2-3 years.
But you see my point? That's financial entrapment. Now you owe a debt for 10 years.
I think these people are like manipulating the immigrants.
They have to.
They're taking all of our money without knowing us.
But that's what they do.
That's what I'm doing really.
Yes.
I'm paying the taxes without knowing me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They don't care.
It's a business. It's like the bank. You go and borrow money from the bank. The bank borrowed from me, borrowed from you, and borrowed from everybody. They put it, the bank had zero money, right? Now the bank has got £60,000. What does the bank do? The bank says, I'm going to lend it to you. Yeah? Once I lend the money to you, money that's not theirs, right? Remember, they borrowed the money from us. We're saving our money in their bank to protect it, right? But now they give the money to you, they're charging you 40% interest on money that you gave them.
For me, money is coming from government. It's a national number, NI number. It's coming from government. And government taking tax from my account. They're giving me and they're taking from my account.
It's a business.
I don't understand what it is. They're giving me,
But it's a bit... It's
the same person is taking from my account.
It's the business.
I don't understand.
It's the same way like they tell you,
Okay, they should stop taking taxes from even the students who came from the other countries. Not only for the students.
the problem is they're not going to stop. The problem is educate the students that are coming here. If you want to solve this problem, stop relying on UK. Stop coming to UK. Develop your own countries. Start your own languages, start your own business. Because if you always rely, if I always came to your house for you to feed me, you would dictate what I eat, how I eat, and you tax me how you want. But if I learn to feed myself in my house, you're not going to tell me what to eat again. I will tell you what we're eating. The problem is we're coming to UK, so we have to live by UK law, right? We have to live by UK standards. If all of UK said tomorrow, 60% tax, we all have to pay it. You have no choice, right? If all of UK said to go to school, you have to borrow a loan. You have to borrow a loan.
So like 12 million people are paying taxes?
They are paying taxes. They're following like sheep. Do you understand? Yeah?
Well, really.
Yeah? And anything can happen. They could say, you know what? You are paying taxes. Today we're going to use the tax money to go and bomb Iran. You don't have enough. You can't say anything because you gave the money to them.
Exactly.
Do you understand what I mean?
We cannot take it back.
You cannot take it back. You cannot control.
The only thing they are confident about.
So the only solution to all your questions that you're asking is education, which is what you're doing, self-empowerment, and stop relying on the UK. Stop relying on America, because the more we rely on them...
When you're staying in the UK, you cannot go beyond the UK rules and regulations. You have to follow them.
No.
Why?
This is why I love the new generation, the millennials and the Gen Z and Gen Alpha babies. I love them because they don't care. They don't follow rules. They create rules. right? They break social norms, yeah? Socio-economic systems, this is where you're doing sociology, were created to control people. People are like sheep. I say that again. People are like sheep. If you create iPhone and you create 20 million iPhones and said iPhone is a new way of communicating, if you don't have iPhone, you can't go to a bank, you can't get on a bus, you can't pay your bills. What would you do? You get an iPhone.
100%.
You have to, because you won't survive, right? Now, we are sheep because they created something, they made it look nice and shiny, and now everybody has to have it as a necessity. Even your children have to have iPhones now, right? What do they do with iPhone? They collect your data. AI is telling me to say this. They know exactly what I'm doing, where I'm at, what I need. Now they're using algorithms to give me more of what I need, right? It's consumerism, it's control. Social economic systems are like humans, are like sheep. Whatever they give us in small feedings, we follow. But if everybody break iPhone today, nobody wants to use iPhone again, right? And we decide to use Samsung. What can they do? They'll panic. This is where you have a global meltdown, right? If you said today, Kofi, you know how to cook rice. I know how to make curry. We do a barter system. I'll give you curry, you give me rice. I don't want money anymore. Nobody should use money again. No currency. The global system will collapse. You know why? They need us to use currency because that's how they monitor and control.
Generate the currency.
Yes. If we unite ourselves, if India or Middle Asia and Africa unite and say we don't want to use dollars and pounds anymore, well, what can they do? What can you do? If you come to India and India say we don't receive pounds anymore, we don't know that money. That currency is finished. What
From this many days, the Indian country also paying for Iran in dollars. But from next month, so a few months from later, they're paying in INR, in our currency.
in your currency?
Yeah.
This is why they're panicking.
Taking the smartest move.
Now you're understanding why there's a war.
Yeah.
The war is challenging what has been built for years. Those socio-economic systems are in place to keep America, UK in power. Once you break that system, the world will collapse. They will panic because they don't have raw materials. Yeah, they don't have minerals, they don't have gold, and they don't have oil. You have them.
Why do you think people making fun of Trump? Like that, we don't have keys for state of Hamas.
I feel like people do that because of the way he is in character, you know. Trump is, as much as he's stupid, sometimes I have to respect him because he gets power through noise. He's very dramatic. Trump is the most mentioned name in all of Twitter, in all of Google. How can somebody be... Thank you. Can you imagine? How can the most idiotic person use negative media to empower himself? Do you know why? He keeps it... People don't like good news. People like bad news, right? People like drama, yeah? So Trump will do something like this. I am about to destroy the whole of Iran. This is going to be the end of civilizations as we know it. And everybody's like tweeting it, you know? People are like, oh, this is exciting, you know? Right? Trump plays on that. Because what is powerful in this world? News, media, and information. And how information is transferred around the world. And Trump does that very... This is a guy that was born in a rich country, born of a rich family. He was bankrupt. He used negative media to rebuild himself. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Trump creates drama.
But luckily he can.
Yes. It's not luck. He creates it.
But he created with plan.
He creates drama. Just think about what he does. How dramatic is this? You're going to Venezuela in the middle of the night, yeah, with 12 helicopters. Yeah, you kidnap a president.
Yeah.
You see how dramatic that is? You kidnap, you didn't even knock on his door to say, let's talk, let's negotiate. You kidnap him, yeah, from his house.
Just imagine if he does the same thing to India.
Or do that to Russia. Can you imagine?
That
That would be World War, right? You see the drum, but you're missing. You're seeing the point. But are you seeing the point though? We're laughing on a podcast. But you see the drama. All of us are like, whoa. It's exciting, isn't it? You want to know what happens next. That's genius. Because everybody in the world will talk about him. Every news is going to be on him. Donald Trump said, end of civilization. Oh my God, what do we do? Right? He's very validated. Yeah? From Indian channels to Iran channels to UK channels, this guy is number one. Search, if you're on your phone, put Donald Trump. He'll be the number one search name.
So if you type who is the number one waste fellow in the world, idiot in the world,
He's there as well. Thank you. So either way, he's winning. And his wife is doing a movie, right? He's using all this media. His wife is doing a movie. What happens in a movie when you have good media, when you have good publicity? What happens? Everybody wants to watch a movie, so you make millions. He's rich, right? Even when he's down, he's rich. So it's not stupidity, and he understands economics. He understands media. He understands spinning the press, control the narrative. That's what he's doing. This guy lied and said Iran is giving up. Iran said, oh, please, we're sorry, we're going to... Did Iran say that? No. Did everybody read that? Yes. Was everybody excited? Yes. Was he controlling the FTSE markets? Yes. Because people were just saying, oh, okay, the oil prices are going down now. That was not true. He lied. Do you understand? But he has a voice. We gave him a voice. You see the difference? But none of the other presidents are waking up to what he's doing. England is not doing that. France is not doing that. Belgium is not doing that. Beirut is not doing that, right? They're all quiet. They don't talk as much as he does in a sense of on Twitter. Only one president I know that can tweet, this is the end of civilization. What other president do you know write that on Twitter? How can a president write that?
Ethics. They don't respect the other country because there's a bigger person in that country. They will respect the other country because they stupid about it.
But Donald Trump, honestly, the biggest idiot in the world, but very smart. What he's doing, he's using social media. Yeah, better than Epstein, better than all the big geniuses out there, right? You got to think. Like, look at Bezos. Look at all the big names that should be mentioned on social media. They're not being mentioned. It's Donald Trump. Donald Trump did not create any of this. Did he create Facebook? No. Did he create Twitter? No. Did he?
But he's more than that.
Do you understand what I mean? Yeah? Did he create Virgin? No. But there's big names.
Type of tense in the people's brain.
Yes.
Trump, oh my God.
He creates drama. And in our generation, let's be honest, we are going to Gen Z. Do you know what I mean? We're AI focused. We are computer focused. Do you know what I mean? We're modern. Every information is fast for us. We should be controlling the narrative, right? What should be our focus? We should be looking at people like Bezos. We should be looking at the Facebook TikTokers. We should be looking at how the world is evolving very quick and how we can tap in. That's where our focus should be. That's where our education. Right now, cybersecurity is very important, right? If you do any course, you need to know about scams on cyber. You need to know about AI training, AI laws. There's no company in this world that doesn't use AI. Do you understand? This is where the world is going. But our focuses are not there. We're looking at Iran and Donald, stupid Trump. Do you understand? But he's not stupid because he's using this. Yeah.
He plays a good game in the politics. I know he's going to start war again after 2 weeks. I know that exactly what he's going to do.
But he's trying to make himself. What do you call when somebody leaves themselves like a martyr for life? Like, like when you say Muhammad.
Monk.
He's trying to make himself. When you leave yourself as a legacy, he's trying to make a mark in the world. Like, for example, Hitler made a mark. You remember his name, right? Nelson Mandela made a mark, right? Now you're going to remember Donald Trump. Do you understand? Yeah. He's leaving a legacy. He's saying, I came to the world and I left a mark. I did this. That's what he's doing. Okay. Do you get it?
So he started war.
Yes. Okay. Do you understand?
You want to get the name, then he was in the world.
Are you going to forget Trump? No. Even if you call him...
Who started World War III?
Trump.
Donald Trump.
Shake. Man. Do you understand? Do you get what he's doing? And he's doing it because it's all part of economic control. It's like, for him, he came from money. To keep money, you have to make yourself relevant. You have to stay relevant. You have to control the media and control the narrative. For generations to come,
And then
he's going to, do you know? He's going to be relevant. His kids are going to benefit. What's his wife's name? She's going to be benefiting because she's doing a movie. Money is circulating within their circle.
As we reflect on experiences of immigrants, it becomes clear that migration is not just a physical movement from one country to another. It is an emotional and psychological journey of rebuilding identity again in another country. Beyond every visa, beyond every policy, beyond every statistic. And governments create systems to manage societies. But these systems are felt most deeply by individuals' lives who are really trying to belong, contribute, and build a life in unfamiliar environments. And while policies can provide structure and security, they can also create invisible barriers that affects opportunity, confidence, and most importantly, sense of acceptance. For many immigrants, the challenge is not just adapting to a new country, but learning how to navigate a system that does not always see their full potential
Of themselves, yeah.
It's about balancing where they come from with where they are going while carrying the weight of expectations, hot killing sacrifices, and silent noise inside homes. And my deeper perspective of this question is how do we create societies where people are not just allowed to exist but are truly able to belong to that country? Because in the end, every progress is not measured by policies, but by the human lives those policies shape every single day beyond the industries, beyond the companies, beyond everything. Because every because beyond every system there is a story. Beyond every story there is a human being trying to find his place in that country.
On the journey.
Yeah.
So your question in that last bit is how do you assimilate or fit into a system and be accepted whilst you're going on your journey? Is that what you're asking?
That's a one.
It's two things. Well, in an ideal world, to be able to fit in England as an immigrant, the best thing for you to do is to learn the system, add to the system, and be an asset to the system. There's no system in the world that would accept you if you don't give back to it. I'll give you an example. If you come here as an immigrant, you probably have overstayed. You came on a student visa, you've overstayed. You came here to marry, you overstayed. You came on the back of a truck from wherever, you've overstayed, right? So long story short, to be able to be accepted in the UK, when you get here, do as the UK people do. Work, pay taxes, yeah? Find yourself in a mosque if you are, do you know what I mean, Muslim. Go to a church. Find yourself doing stuff that people appreciate. Because as much as they hate you, they could be racist or whatever, nobody can turn away kindness or hard work. If you're hardworking, whether it's in school, yeah, whether it's at work, whether it's on the road, people will appreciate it. You know, they'll see you, they'll be like, that guy from India, we don't like him, but he's hardworking. You know, he built this road, he did this. Make yourself an asset. Even if you go to a company that don't want you, make yourself valuable. If you're a valuable member of the company, they can't get rid of you. Do you understand? So if you go to a restaurant and everybody cooks pizza in a certain way, but you come in and bring curry, nobody else can cook curry but you. But all the customers like curry, right? Do you think they can sack you? No. They have to be a pizza shop that does pizza and curry. Now they have to, do you understand? Make yourself an asset. So the best way to answer the question is come into a system emotionally, you're trying to find yourself, exactly what you said, but try and become an asset. Reality. In reality is there is no system that's going to accept you very easily, yeah, as a immigrant, because you're coming to change the system. Systems are not built to be changed. They're built for structure and control. But for you to change a system, you're going to have to do it in a positive way.
Every system, there is a human lives who are trying to build that place.
Yes. But you're trying to build a place, you have to fit into the place before you.
You need to start it from ground up.
But imagine coming to my house and say, look, I like the way you build your house, Kofi. I'm going to break it and start it from ground up. I'm going to say no. You have to show me why, you know. You have to come in and tell me. You have to become a part of my family. I have to trust you, you know. I have to open my door and say, you know what, you're going to be. You have to show me evidence that you're a good builder. Yeah? If you show me evidence you're a good builder and I trust you, I'll be like, you know what, I don't like what you're doing, but you show me. Then I'll let you build. I love the...
Okay.
Go on, ask the question.
Okay, not question. I have got up with one quote about the immigration rules. Like you said about the immigration, that's why I answered. So moving to a new country is not just a choice. It changes your whole life. You have to start again, often from ground up. Government can create rules and regulations, but they cannot control what people go through in their life. Some journeys are supported, others is just resisted. And yet resilience continues to rise in the face of uncertainty. So even life humbles you when you try something harder when you are in pain. Because hope travels further than a border ever could. It was one of the best quote that I ever listened about that immigration.
Because all those quotes are powerful. It's saying that beyond someone jumping a ship, coming from the back of a truck, they come in with hope. And that hope that they have is going to be for generations to come. They are coming to build something for their family that's going to go generations to come. You know, it's beyond them. And it's quite powerful what that quote says. And the governments don't care about that. The governments don't work with hope. They deal with certainty.
Talk about they only want taxes from other countries.
Because imagine the government said, oh, I hope somebody will pay rent today. I hope somebody will pay their tax today. They don't hope. Because they can't build anything on hope, you know? Hope is built on faith, religion. Do you know what I mean? Yes. But countries are built with mortar, brick, you know, real money. And they like certainty. If you go and tell the British government, we hope that Iran and America are going to stop the war, they will tell you to get lost. You know? Do you understand what I mean? So people understand hope, but in the real world, hope is just a part of an action. Have hope, but you have to take an action with hope. Does that make sense? And you have to have an asset. You know, English people like money. Money talks, like the song
Money
said.
talks. Money talk.
You know, so if you don't have money and you have
Last
hope,
question: what do you think is life is?
life, life is life is what you make it. It's in the simplest form,
Yeah.
and then life is also a journey. It's purpose.
It will be however you think. It will be however it is.
Yes,
What do you think?
life is whatever you make it, basically. As in whatever
Whatever
you,
we make it, not about what we think, not about how it is. What we make it is a life. What you're telling about.
what I mean is that, like, what you think life is, or what you envision life to be, is what you manifest. What you think in your mind is what. Today you thought about podcast. What are you doing today? You're doing a podcast. So that's life. Simple. What you think, you manifest. What you pray about,
If I don't, I don't.
if you don't think anything, you do nothing. If you don't make any efforts, nothing happens.
People stuck over there. They don't think about nothing.
They don't.
They don't do it.
They don't do it.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
the reason so many people are stuck over their life.
Because sometimes people.
Short note and short cut about life.
Well, my quote about life: live life, and do what you're good at to your best. Whatever you're good at, whatever God gave you, like, be grateful. Yeah, gratitude. Whatever God gave you, if He gave you hands, use them. If He gave you brain, use them. If He gave you podcasts, do that. Yeah, and do it to your best. Whenever you do whatever to your best, somebody somewhere will see it, and somebody somewhere will open doors for you. Yeah, don't do someone else's dream. Do your own dream. Don't copy someone else's podcast. Do your own podcast. Do you understand what I mean? If you see somebody with 20,000 followers, don't try and be that. Be your own self. Even if you have 5 followers, if you're more powerful with 5, it's more better than the 20,000.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So that's my quote. And don't be Donald Trump, because he's one special guy that nobody. Don't copy him. Yeah. So that's my quote for life.
I don't think so. He's smart. He just want to get name in everybody in every country that he started war.
So there's 2 types of smartness. There's book smart. There's street smarts. Yeah. Do you understand what I mean? Shake my hand on that. You know, you might go to university, have a postgraduate, you're smart, but you're book smart. Book smart is not smart. World smart. Being able to read a room. Yeah? That's smart. Being able to get money. Smart. You know? Because when you say money talks, you know how many lecturers are sitting in classrooms with so much knowledge? They're broke. You know how many lawyers finish law school? They don't have money. Do you know how many doctors are sitting post-grad? They don't have no job. You understand what I mean? So many. And they're smart.
Okay. Why it's so harder to get a job in this country, even you're qualified? Why it's so hard?
Because they've created a competitive system. And if you don't have experience, you're hard to get a job. Over here, experience talks. So
Even more than qualification,
more than qualification.
experience.
Listen to the story, right? There's a guy that didn't go to university. He started working behind a bank. He was just cashier, you know, people, and then he didn't want to go to university. Then you have a guy that went to university that did banking, right? They both got into the system at the same time.
Same company.
To the same company. The guy who didn't go to uni is now a CEO. He earns £60,000 a year. The guy that went to university that's done a master's is earning £30,000 a year. What's the difference between the two? The one that didn't go to university has all the skills. He knows how to banking. He knows how to do customer relationship. He knows how to deal with management. He knows how to deal with crypto, Binance. He knows how to look for differences, right? He's got experience. He started from the age of 18. So by the time that the postgraduate finished, how old are you now?
I'm 24.
Yeah. By 24, 18 to 24, he's already built years of experience. The person who just finished the postgrad has finished what? Book smart. They didn't know how to deal with customers. They don't know how to open a bank account. They have to now learn. So now they're starting from 18 at 24, and the guy who's at 24 from 18 is already flying. And now that guy that didn't go to university is this person's boss. How can I go to university and you didn't and you're my boss? Do you know what's even crazy?
Reverse bias.
You know what's crazy as well? The one that's 24, he went to uni for 3 years. He did a master's for 1 year and did a PhD for another year. So how many years? 4 years. How much is an undergrad? 15,000. How much is a master's? Maybe 5 to 10,000, right? Altogether, the guy who's come out of uni has a debt, right? 4 years, every year is 20,000 roughly. You got 80,000 debt. The guy that didn't go to uni has no debt. He has a savings. He has an ISA. He has a help to buy ISA. He has a lifetime ISA. And now he's got a business pension. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. He's got 6 years of pension. And you have 80,000 debt. Who's going to win in life? So who's smart?
The one who is not going to university.
What does your parents tell you to do when you're young? Go to university. Is that smart?
No, it's not smart.
Donald Trump, did he go to university?
I think he never.
Do you understand the point I'm making? Yeah. So life experience is far more valuable than, do you know what I mean, an educational system. Sometimes they create education. I'm not saying don't study, because study is good for a lot of people. It opens doors, you know, it opens your eyes. But don't study alone. You have to keep your ears on the ground and be smart. Yeah. Because people who don't go to uni, they earn more money. If you go to the road, you see the gypsies, the builders, the bricklayers, they have money. Some of them, they earn 80,000 a year. That's crazy. Go to university, go to England and get a degree and you'll be rich. Is it true?
Yeah.
Is it true that when you get the degree, are you going to be rich? Are you rich now? Did you see? We have to not. But the point I want to make is that when we become...
How I can be rich after completing... I'm paying like 1,000 pounds of taxes every month. Mm-hmm. How can I be rich?
But the truth is, you now know that what your parents were telling you was what they were told. You know the truth, right? You can change your reality. Yeah. You have information. You have a PhD. Now you're getting life experience from your podcast. Once you're listening to me, you're taking lessons. You're learning my experience. Put it together and become rich. Learn what you're good at. If podcast is what you're good at, become the best at it. If you're good at finances, learn finances. Become good at it. Do you understand the point? You're good at camera work. Become the best. Do you understand what I mean? When you're rich, remember me, yeah? But the point I'm making is that you have to have multiple, do you know what I mean? Don't just listen to I won't lie. My mom said, "Go to school, go to school, go to school, go to school."
But you don't like to go to school.
I did go to school, right? But also, I could have done art. You know, I could have done Uber. I could have gone to the bank. You know, I could have done other things, and I would have made more money. And she likes money, but she just said, "Go to school, go to school," because somebody told her the children have to go to school. Yeah, but that's not the only way. Make your kids flexible. You could be tennis player. You know, you can play cricket. You can. You never know. If you start a podcast from 18, imagine if you're 18 and you start a podcast, you'd be a millionaire now.
I'll be regretting every time about that. I have about it.
But don't regret.
It's never too late. You
Today,
can start it right now and then.
there you go.
I ask you people to subscribe to my channel and have you a happy life and healthy life. Everyone, thank you so much for looking into my show. Thank you so much.
No problem.